don't know if you've seen it or not, but went to dinner with a friend and uh, saw his mom, and she gave me these pictures, and I have them on Facebook. If you haven't seen them, I was young once, and I was much skinnier and in better shape. Good times, boy! I tell you, it's well, I don't know if it's depressing or invigorating that I lasted this long. A couple things to talk about. If you follow my real estate nerdy stuff, which is why you're probably here, you know that I follow a gentleman, an appraiser up in Sacramento named Ryan Lundquist, Sacramento Appraisal Blog. He's my muse on all things nerdy and numbery. Let me get that over here real quick. I shouldn't have done it this way. This way. And there. Much better. His latest blog, which is yesterday, is 5 things to watch in the housing market. 5 things to watch. 5 things to keep an eye on. Now, this is Sacramento focused, the region around Sacramento, and you can relay it down to Santa Clara County and the Bay Area, but just understand that these numbers are more focused on up there versus here. Move-up buyers are making it happen. It's very true. And you can read this while I'm talking. I'm working with a few buyers that are moving up or empty nesting or moving on. That's where most of my business is coming from. Others are moving out of state, or they're moving into retirement homes or what have you. So understand that move-up buyers are making it happen. First-time buyers are kind of meh right now, outside of the fact that the next one is, where's the next one? This one's hard to read this time. Condo market is making a different vibe. They're a little more active. And why? Because it's more affordable. There was a point in San Jose where condos, especially in Blossom Valley, were on parity with single-family homes per square foot. Because there was so much demand for housing, there were so many people trying to buy a house in 2020, 2021, because the rates were so low, condo rates went up. Well, now how condo prices contracted, home prices escalated. You can tell I just woke up, and it's a lot earlier than I usually do this. I have to go to Chico today to go move my son. But yeah, condos are doing much better. However, the problem with condos, and you know this, is the HOA. HOAs are not regulated, and they're always increasing prices, and there's no shortage of problems with the management companies and the volunteers. And I get it, you're volunteers, and they're always increasing the prices, which is a negative to me. Short sales have grown, but bank-owned sales haven't. For here, short sales are present, just like REOs, bank-owned properties, are present, but they're not a major part of the market. I show you every week we have 27, 37. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. I think that's it. No, Wednesdays. REOs, we have 75 in the entire Bay Area. I'll give you that shot right here. This is the entire Bay Area. In San Jose, we have a new one. It's a 1-bedroom bath and trade ones in the Silmar, which is in Sunnyvale. So they're present. They're just not a part of the market, right? Same thing with short sales. And that graph shows both. New construction is no longer super hot. It was a time when they were going gangbusters, and they turned on resale realtors and said, nope, we're not offering commission. You can suck it. And now they're coming back and saying, oh, we're just kidding. We want to be your friends again. Yeah, it's kind of like a bad relationship. The problem is new construction, they don't follow the guidelines of realtors. They don't have a sense of ethics, or they don't have to follow a guideline of ethics. They don't have their own they have their own contracts, and they try to sideline you when you do buy it from getting your own independent inspections, those are the three reasons why you want to use realtor. I'm not going to go there right now. They're kind of dicks. We'll just leave it at that. I need to get my light back here. I had my garage door fixed. Anyway, expect to see more concessions. These are this is a great summation of what's going on in our market right now. And it's stuff that I've been picking at here and there over the last couple of years. We're seeing this. This is a great way to look at what's going on in the overall real estate market. What does that matter to you? Why are you listening to this? It's because you like hearing my voice. No, it's because I'm giving you information so you know if you're a buyer or you're a homeowner or you're thinking about selling, you know what's going on right now. And that's why it's important for you to take a look at this. I'm not telling you that the market's going to crash tomorrow. I'm telling you, you're an adult, you're smart, you know how to look and see what's going out there and understand where the market's going, right? As per this key indicator saying that markets are signal broader correction. Now, this guy is in Wisconsin, and he does a lot of more. This whole thing talks more about what's going on in the Midwest, Texas, all the way up to Wisconsin. And they're saying that things are slowing down. Hey, guess what? Things are slowing down here too. Unless you're in the $1 million market, it seems to be like crazy, right? But if you're in a certain market, you have to understand what's going on. Real estate isn't one gigantic economy. We have micro markets. As a matter of fact, it goes down to the area and sometimes even zip codes, which is why it's good for you to look at the myopic view of what your home is valued at right now. But don't get carried away by looking at your house and the three other comparables saying that's what sold 6 months ago. You need to take a broader look at the zip code, the city, the county, and what's going on there. And that's why I do this, so that we have a pulse of what's going on in our market every day. For example, this one right here, this one should have sold in 7 days if it was 2020, 2021. It's been 24 days. Everything's perfect about it. It's on the mountains, on the hillside of Curry. I live right here. This one should have sold a long time ago. The problem is, I think it sold last year. So somebody bought it and they're like, I don't like living here. There's too many coyotes on the hill. The view across this house is a park, as a matter of fact. You can't, I can show it to you real quick. This line right here is a path that leads up to the culvert. That's the water trough right there. And that's a nice hill. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, see? So you have a nice view of the hill, but it's just the hill. That's all you really get. Nothing wrong with it. $2 million started off at, it hasn't touched. In 24 days, it hasn't sold. There's nothing wrong with the house. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that box brownie? That's box brownie for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to call it this dated. I like this version. I like natural wood. I like granite countertops. I tell you this every time. I know the fad right now is to go quartz, which is the plastic, and then painted cabinets. Not a huge fan of that. This is dated though. And then what they did here with the faux tray ceiling, it used to be the fluorescent lights. They tore that out and they put crown molding in there and then some kind of light. But there you go. And then put some fancy new lighting in there and have an accent wall. Yeah, I mean, I've sold it. I sold this on the same model on Pelham and a couple other places. And it's a good layout. It's a good house. Let's see if this one actually has the office or that's dining, primary, open to below. No, they didn't. So what a lot of people do is they frame in this area right here and make it into an office. But anyway, there you go. That's what you get for $2 million. What you get for $1 million is Rotor Road on 95111, a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 960 square feet. And this is Rotor Road right here, which is a busy road. And if you know this area, this is where 7-Eleven is, right here. And you go down here, and then I used to drive all the way up to here to Plaza Invierno and go to my house. This is a busy street. It's hard to go fast in that street because there's a ton of renters there, which means that there's a ton of cars parked on the curb. So the road feels very, very thin, and it's a major road to get people here. You can go this way, you can go backwards, back area, but Rotor is a main main artery to get people back to their homes. So Rotor's a busy street, and this is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. No, 1 bath. 1 bath. Let's take a look. Yep. That's what you get for $1 million in Santa Clara County. Busy street, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So 1963. It's crazy that people were building these in 1963. And there isn't a ton of photos, but it's a basic house. If this was Florida, it would be worth, $200,000. What do I know, right? I've just been doing this for 10 years. We already talked about that. Okay. And then nothing else is happening in the market. We're towards the end of the month. So next week, the week after, we'll have new numbers. We'll update April and we'll put in May. But inventory is climbing. Sales are slowing a little bit. I just put an offer in a house down in Gilroy yesterday. I took another listing, and we're just trying to figure. Oh, and I have this house right here is going live today. There's something wrong with the MLS right now. So this one is right across the street from me. If you want to go see it, please let me know. It'd be lovely to see you and walk you through the house. Give me a holler, and I'd be happy to show it to you. All right. That's it for now. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.